me for an episode of the Black Cosplay Kitchen, where I am your host, Navas Cole, the mistress of ceremonies and master of the kitchen here. And I'm glad that you guys are joining me for a special event. This is the kickoff episode to one of my favorite holidays. Halloween is coming up. So since we're in October, I decided to do something that's a little seasonal on our recipe. But before I get to that, let's address the fact that here at the Black Cosplay Kitchen, we're all about food, fun, and cosplay. So today's cosplay that I'm featuring, you might recognize the symbol as being connected to a certain friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but the suit you may not recognize necessarily, especially if you're not somebody who would know. This is actually based on a fandom drawing of a Gwenom, or Gwen Stacy, Gwendolyn Maxine Stacy, if you are familiar with her in the comics. In an alternate universe, she actually becomes Spider-Gwen, or a Lady Spider-Man for a lot of people, and a fan favorite because it brings a lot more ladies into a universe or into the world where you might not necessarily have as much interest here. So I figured this would be a fun one to kick off the show, and also because, well, I'm free of the actual spider mask, so you can actually see my face. Since it's our first go around, I want you guys to get to know me, and over the course we'll do more, but let's go ahead and get into our recipe. So because again, it's Halloween season, we're getting into October. I know a lot of y'all are crazy about that pumpkin spice business, but I ain't no basic birch around here, so we ain't doing no pumpkin spice nothing. The recipe today is going to be a fun comfort meal that is going to combine a lot of cool features. We've got a great 3-cheese pumpkin tortellini that is going to be amazing and creamy. So y'all, let's get started. Now we're about to get started on our creamy pumpkin tortellini. So for this, we are going to have two main pieces, the sauce and our pasta. So I've got a skillet that has been warming here for our sauce, and I've got another pot of water that is boiling that is going to take in our pasta. So to that skillet that we are going to get our sauce going in, I'm going to add a little olive oil so that we can warm that up. And so I'm not a professional chef here, y'all. I'm just somebody who enjoys food, fun, and cosplay, as you can tell. But I know that a lot of y'all have a problem with this, but when you start cooking, don't turn the stove on to high or medium instantly. You can start low and build it back up. Okay? Okay. All right then. So while we've got that olive oil going, we're going to give it an opportunity to warm up just a little bit because, again, you don't cook with cold oil. So we're going to give it a little time here. And I've actually got some puree pumpkin, or, well, it's not totally pureed because it's just a little bit lumpy here. So we want this to be really smooth. So I'm actually going to give this a little bit of a whisk, give it a little stir to try and smooth it out just a little bit more before we add this into the skillet too, because our sauce is, it's supposed to be thick. It's going to be very creamy and very filling, but we don't want it to be lumpy at all. So I'm just gonna give this a stir to smooth it out a little bit. And because, again, we want this to be creamy and silky smooth, I'm gonna add some cream as well as some ricotta cheese to it. And it's gonna be bomb.com, y'all. All right. So now that we've smoothed out our pumpkin just a little bit, we can go ahead and add some garlic that I've already pre-chopped into our oil. And you know it's ready when you hear it. So you hear that applause that it's giving me? That's the key to that. Oh, thank you. You're so kind and generous. I appreciate that. Thank you. So again, we've got our oil on on medium. And we've got our garlic going around here. So I'm gonna use a plastic spoon just to push this around a little bit, because I mean, I know we get resourceful in the kitchen sometimes and start using our metal utensils and whatnot, but that's how you scrape up your pans and pots as well. So we're just being mindful. So I'm gonna toss the pumpkin in on top of that garlic. Ooh, y'all got lots of applause for me now, huh? Okay. Slow and slow, slow and slow. So a key to us keeping this sauce really creamy as well. Let's turn this down a little bit more because we don't want this to char. Especially, this is what's going to be the most time consuming with this sauce, because we want to take our time with it. And we're actually adding in cream, and you don't want to burn cream because otherwise we'll end up with something that looks like cheese on the sides of it. So let's get our garlic all combined in here to our pumpkin. And we're just gonna spread this out evenly into our skillet as we're folding that garlic in. This already smells amazing. Huge PS, you know, for y'all who can't be here. Like, if you can just imagine this smell. Oh, it's delicious here. So before we start dumping our cream in, we're actually going to season our pumpkin up just a little bit, because I hope y'all didn't think I was gonna be on the Black Cosplay Kitchen and we wasn't gonna season stuff around here. So first player that we've gotten here is a little black pepper. We've also got some mustard powder. We're gonna do some cayenne seasoning. Also, some smoked paprika. We've got a special guest star of white pepper. And this one here is a special blend of garlic, butter, and sea salt, all going together. So I know some of y'all are looking at this and thinking, what the frick is she doing over here? Like, seriously, all this in on pumpkin? This is a savory dish. I told you we weren't doing pumpkin spice, nothing. Like, we're not making a latte for you here today. We're kicking this off with something that is gonna be a good comfort meal, that's gonna taste really good, and that honestly, with the cold weather coming, this is everything for you to want to snuggle up with your boo or your bae, or, you know, maybe the sneaky link if they're allowed over at the house during the daylight hours or something. I mean, fortunately this time of year it gets dark earlier, so you might be able to have them over just in time for dinner. But this is what we got going on here, and it's already coming together. But because, like I said, we're thinning this out, this is our sauce, so we take our time with this. And this is where I'm gonna add a little bit of cream to actually make it really silky and smooth. So this is where we're at right now. Can you see? This is our texture. And it's got a little bit of color because of all the seasonings that we've added. It's cream time. You ready? All right, so you see what we came up with here? This is what we're looking for. This is all the texture that we're looking to see happen here. And then from here, because if you thought this was where we're leaving this, wait, there's more. All right, so I know that this beautiful velvety gorgeous sauce that we have is already looking pretty dreamy and delicious. But I said this is creamy pumpkin tortellini. So again, we're gonna kick this texture up just a little bit more and with some ricotta cheese. So right here, we've got our ricotta that I'm just gonna fold into our creamy pumpkin mixture that we've got put together here and start stirring this in. And I know I started telling you guys how much Halloween means to me. I love Halloween. This is absolutely one of my favorite holidays. But it got me thinking about like scary movies, and this is one of the big things that I love about the holiday. And with that, have y'all seen the trailer to Halloween, the new upcoming Halloween movie? I mean, y'all, okay, I'm about to rant just for a minute here. But what's up with Michael Myers' family? I mean, why won't y'all leave Haddonfield? I don't understand it. I mean, it seems to be a very scenic suburb or something or other of Chicago. I'm not sure exactly how far out it would be, but I mean, what's going on? Are the taxes just that low? Is the school district that good? Like, why haven't y'all left? Are you just like having conversations with yourselves like, oh, you know what, Pam, I know that Michael Myers was on the loose again last year, but I mean, outside of that, there's practically no crime here. And I mean, really, school district can't be beat. We've got to keep the kids here. Get the hell out of this town. Go already. Anyway, yes, I'm going to see it. I'm going to watch the movie. I mean, it's a thing for me. It's Halloween. It's festive. And yeah, Michael Myers is probably one of the most iconic movie horror slash villain characters ever that you would find. But yeah, I just don't get that. I'm moving out of that neighborhood. And there are people who bought the house? I don't understand you. Anyhow, so back to this sauce that you can enjoy while you're watching maybe a horror movie marathon or something this year. Our ricotta is actually folded in beautifully, as you can see. So this is the texture we're working with now that it's been added. So it's smelling delicious. I'm actually going to, now that we've added the ricotta, I'm actually going to sprinkle in a little bit more seasoning here, because ain't nothing wrong with no seasoning. I'm not trying to give y'all, hypertension or nothing, so I'm trying to keep as much salt out as possible. But seasoning, yes. So I've got you on a little oregano. Ooh, my. And then we're also gonna do some crushed red pepper flakes here. And I'm gonna turn this down even lower because we don't want to destroy this sauce. And I'm gonna give this another whisk, because I don't want no problems with my sauce. It's too important, y'all. It is too important. All right, the sauce is boss around here, so we're keeping it going. So now that we've got our sauce perfectly seasoned, it's the texture that we're looking for, it's the color that we want. It got good color, y'all. It's so pretty. We're gonna do this and set our sauce to the side on lowest setting here. And now it is time to get our tortellini. So had a pot of water that was going here on the side for a while. So we're actually gonna kick it up just a little bit while it's going here. And then we're gonna salt our water. Let's say over salt your water, undercook the pasta. And then on top of that, we're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil so that our pasta doesn't stick together here. And then for our tortellini that we're using, make no mistake, I said I ain't no basic birch around here, but I also don't have time today, just today, to be making pasta from scratch. So this is actually store-bought, straight out the freezer. Y'all can get it, you can make it anywhere. Most stores will carry it. But I mean, if you are so inclined, I think you could probably order it online too. And then I'm gonna lower this in very, very slowly. Our water is already a boil, so I don't want to get scalded here. I'm trying to create as few scenarios where I end up in the ER or, you know, an emergency or something, or have to call insurance for any claims, which I will say I am willing to burn some shit in here, but it's the first show, so maybe not this one, or at least fingers crossed. I hope I don't. Whew, okay, yeah, we made it this time. Oh, we got one that tried to get away. All right, so while that is going, I'm actually gonna grab some plates because as soon as our pasta is done, we're ready to plate up and eat. We got our beautiful sauce with our delicious pasta incorporated together. It's time to plate up, y'all. So I'm gonna get us a nice helping of this tortellini, our creamy pumpkin tortellini, which I know some of y'all might have seen this and like maybe gotten a little nervous because they're like, what is she doing with pumpkin? And it's a savory dish. I assure you, it's gonna be, the juice is worth the squeeze on this one, y'all. So just gonna get us a decent helping so that, you know, a solid sample size here for us. Like so. And then because we got a beautiful color here with this, but I know we want to break it up just a little bit, and I probably should use basil or something like that, but everybody be going to go with this weak ass parsley. So, I mean, I'm gonna give y'all a little sprinkle because that's what all the cooking shows be doing, right? I mean, just a little of that. We don't want to go overboard with it. And, well, maybe just a little green on it. But also, because we're having pasta, we've got to have some Parmesan cheese. And so, because it's me, I like a lot of Parmesan cheese. So I'm actually going to sprinkle a little heavy-handed with that part. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So it smells good. It looks good. It's time for us to try it out, y'all. When the drawer clanks, you know what time it is. So here is our beautiful steaming creamy pumpkin tortellini. Isn't it beautiful, y'all? Well, it's time for us to try it. And because it already smells so delicious, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be good. So, all right, y'all, first taste test. Let's see what we came up with here. Oh man, this is hot. It's still steaming pretty fucking hard. Let's not destroy my mouth on the first take. Okay, here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Y'all, I ain't even gonna hold you up. You need to make this. You need this in your life. This texture, oh my gosh. The garlic, the spice, like, it's got kick to it, y'all. It came out spicy with that cayenne pepper, that crushed red pepper flakes I threw in there. This is it. I mean, okay, look. So I can talk about it as much as I want to, but y'all really just have to try it yourselves. If you're gonna make it, let me know how you make yours. If you're switching up anything, let me know that you switched it up. What would you keep? What would you get rid of? Keep me posted. You can message me on Instagram at the Black Cosplay Kitchen, or you can leave me a message in the comments and let me know what you thought of it. Till next time, I'll see y'all on the next episode of the Black Cosplay Kitchen for more food, fun, and cosplay.